When making a right turn on red in Connecticut, you must A. Turn without stopping if the intersection appears clear. B. Come to a complete stop and yield to all traffic and pedestrians. C. Slow down and then turn without stopping. D. Only signal if no vehicles are present. Answer B. A right turn on red requires a full stop and yielding to oncoming traffic and pedestrians. To safely execute a left turn at an intersection, you should A. Turn immediately without signaling. B. Signal well in advance and yield to oncoming vehicles. C. Only look for pedestrians. D. Speed through the intersection to beat the light. Answer B. Signaling early and yielding to oncoming traffic and pedestrians are key to a safe left turn. U-turns in Connecticut are permitted only when A. There is no oncoming traffic and no sign prohibits them. B. They are allowed at all intersections. C. You are in heavy traffic. D. You can perform them without signaling. Answer A. U-turns are legal only if not explicitly prohibited and if it is safe to execute the maneuver. At a T intersection, the proper procedure is to A. Turn without stopping. B. Only yield to pedestrians. C. Signal and then merge immediately. D. Come to a complete stop and yield to vehicles on the through road. Answer D. At a T intersection, you must stop and yield to traffic on the continuing road before turning. When turning into a crosswalk, you should A. Proceed without stopping if no pedestrians are visible. B. Honk to clear the crosswalk. C. Yield to pedestrians and then complete the turn. D. Ignore the crosswalk if the light is green. Answer C. Always yield to pedestrians in a crosswalk when turning. When approaching a roundabout, the correct action is to A. Enter immediately without stopping. B. Yield to circulating traffic before entering. C. Signal only after entering the roundabout. D. Accelerate to clear the roundabout. Answer B. You must yield to vehicles already circulating in the roundabout before entering. At a four-way stop, if two vehicles arrive at the same time, the driver on the A. Right has the right of way. B. Left should proceed first. C. Side with fewer passengers goes first. D. Vehicle with the larger engine should proceed. Answer A. At a four-way stop, the vehicle on the right has the right of way. When merging onto a busy highway, you should A. Accelerate aggressively to force a gap. B. Stop at the merge point. C. Yield to highway traffic and merge when a safe gap appears. D. Honk to alert drivers of your intent. Answer C. You must yield to highway traffic and merge only when it is safe. When a pedestrian is crossing in a marked crosswalk, you must A. Continue driving if you are in the same lane. B. Slow down and be prepared to stop. C. Only yield if the pedestrian is in your direct path. D. Honk as a warning. Answer B. Always be prepared to stop for pedestrians in a marked crosswalk. When entering a roadway from a private driveway, you must A. Merge without stopping. B. Stop and yield to all traffic and pedestrians. C. Only yield if a stop sign is posted. D. Accelerate quickly without checking. Answer B. Always come to a complete stop and yield to oncoming traffic and pedestrians when entering a roadway. When an emergency vehicle is approaching with its lights flashing, you must A. Speed up to clear the area. B. Continue driving without stopping. C. Pull over to the right and stop. D. Yield only if you are in front of the vehicle. Answer C. You must pull over and stop to allow the emergency vehicle to pass safely. In Connecticut, large commercial vehicles are subject to extra restrictions because they A. Have unlimited stopping power. B. Require more space for safe maneuvering. C. Are exempt from standard traffic laws. D. May use any lane regardless of speed. Answer B. Large commercial vehicles need extra space for braking and turning and thus face additional restrictions. Vehicles carrying hazardous materials must A. Follow the same rules as passenger vehicles. B. Be operated exclusively on rural roads. C. Only drive during daylight hours. D. Adhere to designated routes and safety protocols. Answer D. Hazardous material vehicles must follow special routes and safety measures to protect public safety. Operating a vehicle without the owner's consent in Connecticut is classified as A. A minor infraction. B. A misdemeanor. C. A civil violation only. D. An administrative error. Answer B. Driving a vehicle without the owner's consent is a misdemeanor under Connecticut law. Connecticut law requires that vehicles be kept in A. A safe and mechanically sound condition. B. Showroom condition only. C. Only a minimally operational state. D. A condition meeting only emission standards. Answer A. Vehicles must be maintained in safe, operable condition to be legally driven. Oversized vehicles often must A. Use designated lanes and display special markings or pilot vehicles. B. Operate at any speed without restriction. C. Only drive on local roads. D. Avoid all highways. Answer A. Oversized vehicles are required to use specific lanes and often display warnings or use pilot vehicles. Which of the following best describes a limited driver license in Connecticut? A. A license with no restrictions. B. A license issued to drivers with certain physical limitations, often with operating restrictions. C. A temporary permit for learners. D. A commercial driver license. Answer B. A limited license is issued to drivers whose physical or medical conditions require restrictions on their driving privileges. When parking on a hill facing uphill with a curb, you should A. Turn your wheels sharply toward the curb. B. Turn your wheels sharply away from the curb. C. Keep your wheels straight. D. Rely solely on your parking brake. Answer A. Turning your wheels toward the curb helps prevent the vehicle from rolling into traffic if it begins to move. In Connecticut, you are not allowed to park within feet of a fire hydrant. A. 5 feet. B. 10 feet. C. 15 feet. D. 20 feet. Answer B. Parking must be kept at least 10 feet away from a fire hydrant to ensure access for emergency vehicles. A no parking sign means that parking is A. Permitted only during off-peak hours. B. Allowed for a short stop. C. Prohibited at all times. D. Permitted if the vehicle is turned off. Answer C. No parking signs indicate that parking is not allowed at any time. Handicapped parking spaces are reserved for vehicles displaying A. Any sticker that indicates disability. B. No special markings are needed. C. A temporary parking permit. D. A valid handicapped placard or license plate. Answer D. Only vehicles with a valid handicapped placard or license plate may park in designated spaces. When parking near a crosswalk, you should park at least A. 5 feet away. B. 10 feet away. C. 25 feet away. D. 50 feet away. Answer C. Parking must be kept a minimum distance, typically 25 feet, from a crosswalk for pedestrian safety. Is parking on sidewalks allowed in Connecticut? A. Yes, always. B. Yes, if no vehicles are nearby. C. No, it is prohibited. D. Only during business hours. Answer C. Parking on sidewalks is not permitted in Connecticut. Distracted driving in Connecticut is most commonly caused by A. Adjusting the rearview mirror. B. Checking the fuel gauge. C. Listening to soft music. D. Using a cell phone while driving. Answer D. Using a cell phone while driving is a leading cause of distraction and increases accident risk. To help maintain focus on the road, you should A. Engage in multitasking while driving. B. Use hands-free technology and limit distractions. C. Frequently check your cell phone. D. Adjust vehicle settings while in motion. Answer B. Using hands-free devices and reducing distractions keeps your focus on the road. If you begin to feel drowsy while driving, the safest action is to A. Open the windows to stay awake. B. Turn up the radio volume. C. Pull over safely and take a short break. D. Continue driving if traffic is light. Answer C. If drowsiness sets in, pulling over safely to rest is the best way to avoid a crash. Maintaining a proper following distance is important because it A. Reduces fuel consumption. B. Provides extra time to react to sudden stops. C. Allows for quicker lane changes. D. Increases the chances of overtaking. Answer B. A proper following distance gives you extra reaction time and helps prevent rear-end collisions. Regular scanning of the roadway, including your mirrors, is essential for A. Identifying potential hazards early. B. Increasing your speed. C. Only watching for traffic signals. D. Preventing tire wear. Answer A. Constant scanning helps you detect hazards early and maintain overall driving safety. Overall safe driving in Connecticut is best achieved by A. Relying on vehicle safety features alone. B. Consistently following traffic laws and staying alert. C. Frequently changing lanes to avoid congestion. D. Driving at the maximum posted speed. Answer B. The key to safe driving is to obey traffic laws, remain focused, and maintain situational awareness. At an unsignalized intersection, you should yield to A. Vehicles approaching from the left only. B. Vehicles coming from behind. C. Only large vehicles. D. Vehicles already in the intersection. Answer D. Yielding to vehicles already in the intersection is essential to avoid collisions.